this morning. If you would just give us an overview of how your spring went and what your focus is as we head through the off season.
Yeah, obviously it was a really good spring for our football team, and we had some new faces, on staff, and as well as new players that have joined the program. Our focus this spring was just to try to seek what our identity is going to be, and that's something that most coaches usually feel good about the process of what's going on in spring ball, or most are going to say that they feel good about what's going on. But I enjoyed watching this team come together. We had a really young football team last year. We only had 8 seniors, and even though we had a couple guys that declared early and went to the draft, I mean, we returned a really good group, and a group that's hungry to continue to grow. And I thought throughout the spring practice, the identity of a football team that's passionate for improvement every single day is probably the best thing that came out of it, and probably one of the best compliments I can give to a football team for how 15 practices were going to go, because it definitely wasn't perfect, but every day I thought the guys responded and came out and had a true purpose in how they worked.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open up to questions for Coach Norvell. Please star 1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue, then the operator will introduce you.
Certainly. Our next question comes from Mark Narducci with the Philadelphia Inquirer.
Hey, Coach. T.J. Carter, could you talk about him? I've already seen him on some prospect lists. Just what kind of player is he? What are his best attributes?
Yeah. T.J. was a guy that was heralded coming in. Was a well-respected recruit when he joined our program, and the thing that I've enjoyed watching him, and as he's grown and matured over the last couple of years, is just the mindset which he brings every day to practice. Every time he steps on the field, he's a true competitor. He came in as a true freshman and was a very productive guy for us on the field. I think he had 5 or 6 interceptions his first year. Was always looking to jump out there. At the time we had Anthony Miller, and every one-on-one rep he wanted to go against him, and he's always challenged himself, tried to make himself uncomfortable through the process. Going into his third year, I think there's areas of his game that he can continue to improve on, continue to become a well-rounded player in every aspect. But it all starts with his mindset, and he definitely has a great one. And this team is counting on him to continue to grow and be a great leader and be a guy that. That shows up big in all those moments, and he definitely embraces that challenge.
Would you describe him as kind of a shutdown D-back?
I think he's got a great potential in front of him. I mean, I think they'll let the film speak for itself. I think there's areas that he's got to continue to grow. I think he has all the potential in the world. Like I said, he works for it, and there's a lot of guys that just go out there and rely on the athletic ability, and which he has a great amount of. But the thing that I respect about TJ is that he's one of the hardest workers on our team, and he carries himself with the kind of the right balance of an edge to his game, but. It all starts with work, and so I think has a great potential in front of him, and I'm looking forward to him living up to that.
Thank you, Coach.
And the next question comes from Guri Smith, the New Orleans Advocate.
Hi, Coach. You had Will Hall on your staff last year. What attracted you to make the hire for him, and what type of job do you feel like he'll be able to do as Tulane's offensive coordinator this year?
Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for Will. I mean, we've known each other for many years. We actually played against each other in college, and so I'd always, watched him as he, elevated himself throughout his, professional career, and had great success as an offensive coordinator, then as a head coach for many years, and just thought he was a first and foremost a great person and leader, and I was glad to have him on our staff. I thought he brought tremendous value, and and I was excited about the opportunity that he got there at Tulane and a chance to go run the offense. Got the utmost respect for Coach Fritz and the job that he does, and I think he added a wonderful coach and a wonderful person to be on the staff.
And our next question will come from Dan Tortor with the WakeUpCallDT.com.
Good afternoon, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing well, Dan. How about yourself?
Doing well. Just to speak about year 4 here at Memphis and just the success that this team has had, obviously being able to advance to a bowl game each of these seasons, and just what you can say about coming through the spring and what year 4 has kind of brought you up to this point.
Well, I mean, I think it's been, our first 3 years, we've been able to learn a lot from experience. And, like you mentioned, we've had success. We've been able to go to 3 bowl games. We've had 3, 8+ more win seasons. The last 2 years, we've been able to represent the West as the division champs in the championship game. But there's still things that we've not accomplished. There's still areas of growth that are absolutely necessary for our program. And I'll tell you that seeing our team work this spring, seeing our team mature and building those relationships. This is I think the culture has definitely grown and is closer to where we want it to be, but there's still a lot of work that has to go into it. And so we're excited about the opportunity that's in front of us. We've got a great schedule this year that's going to challenge us each and every week. Obviously the American Conference is one that's getting better. The coaches, the players, the teams that we have to face week in and week out. It's going to be another heck of a journey, but I like our football team. I like the guys that we have. I like the staff that we've been able to put together, and I think it's really gonna be a fun experience to go and be a part of.
And just what you can say about that schedule, obviously building respect for the American Athletic Conference over these last few seasons that the American's been here, and then some of your out of conference. I know you have Ole Miss coming up this season. Just what you can say about that, what you get in and out of conference, and the level of competition that you're going to have for Memphis this year.
Yeah, you always want to represent the conference well, and you represent your university when you play out of conference opponents, and be able to start off the season with Ole Miss. They're coming to the Liberty Bowl, so it's going to be a great atmosphere, a great crowd. And a great opportunity for our team to showcase itself on a national stage. And so our kids are looking forward to the to the competition and the opportunity that's there. But on the same hand, it's something that we know it's going to help prepare us for conference play. And conference play is the key. As we're building through the season, we want to make sure that we're peaking at the end, and so we're going to continue to work and to do all the things necessary to put the best product on the field week in and week out. And but we know we definitely have to start fast with Ole Miss coming in week 1.
Well, thank you, Coach. I appreciate your time, and good luck moving forward.
Thank you, sir.
Coach, thanks so much for giving us a few minutes today. Best of luck with the rest of the off season. Look forward to seeing you in Newport in July.
All right, thanks so much.